Hello and welcome to another video from Corfu. This time we've actually come up to the highest point on the island, which is a mountain. I'll try and pronounce the name. It's called Mount Pantokrator, I believe. We've actually driven all the way up here, which is really handy because it would take us hours and hours and hours to hike all the way up. But at the top is a monastery. To be honest with you, the view from up there wasn't anywhere near as good as it is from here. In this area here, we've just got a few trees which are going to add a little bit more of a foreground interest to the photos and hopefully make it a little bit more of an engaging image. So we've come slightly down from the very top, and I've been looking along here for something that's interesting, and this tree here has caught my eye. So I've got a composition here, a vertical composition at the moment. I've got another peak over there. I'm not sure what that's called, but it's probably the second highest. If this is the highest point on the island, I guess that's the second highest point. But that is kind of the sort of the main background there, and some other mountains. I think some of them to the left of the frame might even be actually Albania. So Corfu, where it's situated, is actually closer to Albania than it is to mainland Greece. So yeah, well, where we are in Corfu anyway. So I've got this image. It's fairly simple, to be honest with you. There's actually two images that I've been playing around with, but both of them require the same focal length, even though I've got two camera bodies with me. So I've got the one that's shooting at the moment this video, which is the A6400, then I've got the A6700 here, but both of the images need, a similar sort of focal length. So it's sort of that mid-range. At the moment, I think I'm about 30 millimeters on this camera here. And then the image that I also want to take is over in that direction. So what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to sort of chop and change between the two, but I don't want to change my composition too much. As I've got this one set up at the moment, I may see how I get on just sticking with this one as it is, and then very quickly take that image there, because I can see it. I'm lined up, I'm exactly where I want to be for it, but basically I can't shoot them both at the same time. So yeah, that's unfortunate, because I've brought up all the lenses. I've even got this big boy in here as well. So the 100 to 400, I don't usually bring this, but I thought this might be really handy for coming all the way up here. I thought there might be some nice detail shots, but this at 100 millimeter on a crop sensor body, it's just too zoomed in basically. So yeah, that's unfortunate, because I've wasted carrying it all the way up here. Although, as I say, I've driven most of the way up. So yeah, I'll carry on shooting this sunset. I don't know what we're going to get in terms of color and everything like that. It was very nicely bathed in some golden hour light a little bit ago, but now the clouds have sort of rolled in. It's very hazy in the distance, and unfortunately it just doesn't look that great for now, but you never know. It could, the sun could move down below a bank of clouds and we may get something. There's a fair bit of interest. Actually, while we're talking, I can see some interesting clouds just above that peak up there. So I'll just take one frame. It's on a 10-second timer because I'm quite precariously placed on the edge of this cliff here. So I don't really want it toppling off the edge of the cliff. And like I say, the placement of the legs is a little bit precarious. So I just got that timer on to make sure it's a steady shot. So sunset, we'll see what happens. Be nice if something colourful happens in the sky, but at the moment it's not looking too promising, but we'll see what happens anyway. Well, in terms of sunset, I don't know if we're getting one. It actually looks like it's raining on top of that mountain over there, or that peak anyway. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be much happening. It's just sort of getting hazier and hazier, to be perfectly honest. So In terms of landscape photography, probably not the greatest image in the world. Quite happy with the composition, to be honest with you. Nice foreground element with this tree. I'm not sure what kind of tree it is, I can't really tell from up here, but yeah, it's quite a pleasing image, but it would have been made so much nicer if there was a lovely sky in the background, and you know, some nice sort of purple and pinks in the sky, and lighting up the landscape with a lovely sunset colours. So yeah, it's a shame. You never know, we've still got technically 10 minutes until sunset, so something miraculous might happen, but yeah, it's not looking that way at the moment. So yeah, it's a little bit of a bust really. It's a shame because it takes about 40 minutes to drive all the way up here, but you know, you have to be in it to win it at the end of the day, and you have to be at the top of the mountain to get a nice image from the top of the mountain. So here we are. But yeah, a couple of images, but yeah, whether they're going to be anything, you know, to write home about, I'm not sure. You know, you really need either some nice light or the nice colour to make these images work, I feel. But you never know, we might get that. Fingers crossed. Like I say, 10 minutes could all change everything. Well, that was a bust. As you can see, no sunset. It was, you know, if anything, the weather just got worse and worse. A load of cloud came in. Yeah, no point even having the camera here at that point, to be honest. It wasn't even like it looked atmospheric. It just looked flat and boring and dull. So yeah, not really much of a shot from up here, which is a little bit of a shame, but hopefully there's still at least one more opportunity for somewhere cool in Corfu to rear its head, and hopefully that's going to be the best image of the trip, because so far I've got a couple that I'm pretty happy with, but yeah, I feel like there's still one, you know, that special one to be taken, so hopefully that's still coming up. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, or this part of the video. I'm not sure how long this bit's going to last for, so whether it's another shoot tomorrow with a new video, or you know, that's tacked on to the end of this one, I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes in the editing, but at this point I'll say bye. That's it for Mount Pantokrator for this evening, and yeah, hopefully catch up again tomorrow, the next day, here for a couple more days. So yeah, maybe there's going to be one more opportunity to get a decent shot. We'll see. I don't think the weather's looking very good tomorrow, actually, thinking about it. So yeah, fingers crossed for either tomorrow or the next day is going to be some good photography. Thank you guys. See you later.